This is Funky Worms, and in this video I'm going to show you how to boot the Avira Rescue CD from USB. So first thing we need to do is download the Avira Rescue CD. The Avira Rescue CD lets you run an antivirus from a live CD or live USB drive. So it'll run an antivirus outside of your Windows installation, and so it'll pick up things that may stop you from running Malwarebytes or your regular antivirus. Okay, once that finishes downloading, double click on the exe file that you downloaded, and you're not going to choose a burning device. Instead, you're just going to click exit, and then you want to save an ISO image. We'll just save it to the desktop and name it Avira. Okay, the ISO file has been saved. And now we need to make that ISO file bootable on our USB device. For that, we're going to use a tool called Unetbootin. Go to unetbootin.sourceforge.net, download the version for Windows, and save that to your desktop. Now you can run Unetbootin. Select the disk image that you just downloaded, so check this disk image radio box here and navigate to where that ISO is. It's on the desktop. It's called Avira. We'll select that. Okay, now we need to select the USB drive where it's going to be installed. You should make sure that this USB drive has been formatted. If it hasn't been formatted, you need to do that. It should be completely blank, so let's check it out. Our E drive is blank. If you want to make sure, you can format it. Right click on it, click format. You can just do a quick format. You should note that this is going to delete everything on this drive. So if you have anything you want to save, you should pull it off of the drive before you format. So we'll do a quick format. And it's done. Click OK. Close that. Okay, now we know that this E drive is completely clean, and we can start Unetbootin. And we can watch what it does on the E drive. So it copies over the files it needs, the Linux boot files, syslinux, and the virus definitions, which will be able to be updated once we boot into the Avira Rescue environment. Okay, so this is what the E drive looks like. All of your Linux required files. And it'll ask you if you want to reboot now, and you can go ahead and do that. Okay, when you reboot, you may have to go to a boot menu and select that you want to boot from the USB device. Your computer has to be able to boot from the USB device. That's really up to your BIOS. If your computer isn't able to boot from USB, then you'll have to boot from a CD. So your computer may automatically recognize your USB device and boot from it, but if it doesn't, you'll have to press probably F2 or F12 to select a boot device, or it could be F8. Okay, when you boot up from the USB device, you'll get this option, and you'll want to select option 1, boot Avira Rescue System, default. If you used Unetbootin, you may not get all of these options. It may just list numbers 1 through 5, and number 1 says default. That's okay. Just choose number 1. Okay, after you do that, you'll get this screen. You'll need to switch to English by clicking this British flag here. First thing we need to do is update your definitions. You should have an active internet connection to do this. Click yes to update the scanner. It'll take a few seconds to update. Maybe a few minutes, depending on how fast your connection, how fast your computer is. Okay, hopefully you get this message that says Avira Antivirus has successfully updated itself. And next, go to the configuration button. Go ahead and scan all files. It may take a little longer, but make sure you get everything. And click try to repair infected files, and check rename files if they cannot be removed. You may want to, if you have games installed on your computer, you may want to uncheck games. But I don't have any games installed on this computer, and so any games it detects will be fake games, malware type games. And then go to virus scanner and start the scanner. And there you go. Scanner has started. And it should detect some files. It'll rename, if it can't repair them, it'll rename them with a .xxx extension, and then you should be able to boot up your computer, run Malwarebytes, anti-malware, and remove the infection. And so, hope this helps. That's how to run Avira Antivirus from a USB drive. Just remember, your computer has to be USB bootable to do this. Otherwise, you'll have to boot from a CD. So,